The nature of aerial warfare is undergoing a profound transformation, largely driven by the proliferation of low-cost uninhabited aerial vehicles, or UAVs. These systems, often referred to as drones, present a novel and complex challenge to modern militaries across Europe and globally. Their relative affordability and the ease with which they can be manufactured at scale mean that adversaries can deploy them in large numbers, creating a combat mass that can overwhelm traditional air defense capabilities. This sheer quantity introduces a new dynamic to the battlefield, where the cost-effectiveness of offensive assets begins to significantly outpace that of defensive measures, demanding an urgent re-evaluation of existing security paradigms and technological responses. This evolving threat landscape has starkly highlighted the economic unsustainability of relying solely on sophisticated, high-cost air defense systems to counter inexpensive drones. As Jens Holzapfel of Nordic Air Defense aptly describes, we are witnessing a fundamental change in the economy of war. It is simply not viable financially or logistically to expend multi-million-dollar missiles to neutralize threats that may cost only a few $1,000s each. Such an approach rapidly depletes national inventories, strains defense budgets to their breaking point, and creates a strategic vulnerability that can be exploited by adversaries with access to mass-produced drone technology, as seen in recent conflicts. For European nations, the implications of this new reality are particularly acute, prompting an urgent search for innovative and financially sustainable air defense solutions. The widespread use of systems like the Iranian-origin Shahed-OA UAVs, or one-way attack uninhabited aerial vehicles, has served as a stark wake-up call, demonstrating their effectiveness due to low cost and scalability. Military leaders and policymakers across the continent are grappling with how to adapt their defense postures to effectively counter this pervasive and rapidly evolving threat without bankrupting their treasuries or compromising their broader security commitments, which remain substantial in a complex geopolitical environment. It is within this context of pressing need and strategic imperative that Europe's burgeoning defense startup community is stepping forward. These agile and innovative companies are uniquely positioned to develop the novel, cost-efficient air defense systems required to address the combat mass of low-cost UAVs. They're not burdened by the legacy systems or lengthy development cycles of larger, established defense contractors. Instead, they are focusing on rapid innovation, leveraging cutting-edge technologies, and prioritizing affordability and mass production from the outset, aiming to restore a more balanced economic equation in aerial defense. In response to the urgent calls from political and military echelons, European defense startups are emerging as crucial players in developing next-generation air defense systems. Their core focus is on countering the UAV threat through solutions that are not only technologically advanced, but also inherently affordable and suitable for mass production. This approach marks a significant departure from traditional defense procurement. Two primary technological pathways are becoming prominent: the creation of low-cost traditional missiles designed for this specific threat, and the innovative use of advanced drone technology itself to develop interceptor systems, effectively fighting fire with fire in a more economical manner. One such innovator is Frankenberg Technologies, headquartered in Tallinn. This company is developing the Frankenberg Mech-1 missile, a small point defense missile equipped with a warhead, specifically designed to intercept low-cost aerial threats. Kusti Salm, the CEO of Frankenberg Technologies and former permanent secretary at Estonia's Ministry of Defense, passionately advocates that the future model for defense manufacturing has to be affordability and mass production. His company has already secured a contract to deliver missiles to the Latvian Ministry of Defense for testing and anticipates conducting trials in Ukraine, demonstrating a rapid progression from concept to practical application. Salm emphasizes focusing on narrow mission sets and proven fast missile technology. Another key player is Stockholm-based Nordic Air Defense, which is working on the K100. This system is a small, high-speed propeller-driven kinetic effector, drawing on technology from small UAVs, It is designed for versatility, featuring semi-active laser and electro-optical seeker options, and is portable enough to be carried in a backpack and even hand-launched if necessary, offering unprecedented operational flexibility. Jens Holzapfel, the business director, consistently highlights the need to address the changed economy of war. Nordic Air Defence expects to deliver a functional product by early 2026, signaling the rapid pace of development within this sector. Titan Technologies is also making significant strides with its Titan Interceptor. This system is a high-speed kinetic effector, capable of speeds exceeding 250 km per hour, designed as a small fixed-wing UAV with twin propellers. Its innovative design earned it second place in a NATO innovation competition focused on technologies to counter glide bombs. Titan Technologies has already conducted testing in Ukraine, and its launch profile mirrors that of a small UAV, showcasing its adaptability. These companies commonly utilize off-the-shelf components and software developments, including artificial intelligence for target identification and tracking, to accelerate development and reduce costs significantly. Despite the clear demand and innovative potential, European defence startups face considerable hurdles, particularly concerning funding and navigating established bureaucratic processes. While seed and early-stage investment opportunities are often available, a significant challenge emerges when these companies attempt to secure later-stage funding necessary to scale their operations and move into low-rate initial production and beyond. This valley of death for startups is a well-known phenomenon, but it is particularly acute in the European defence sector, where risk appetite for growth-stage investment can be limited compared to other regions, potentially hindering the rapid expansion required to meet urgent defence needs. Jens Holzapfel of Nordic Air Defence points to a clear lack of growth investors in Europe. He stresses the pressing need for more private equity and growth-stage investors, so companies can scale without requiring capital from outside of Europe. This scarcity could force promising European defence innovators to seek funding from non-European sources, potentially leading to a loss of strategic autonomy or intellectual property. However, there are positive signs, such as the recent May 2025 announcement that Amsterdam-based VC firm Keen Venture Partners secured €40 million in backing from the European Investment Fund, or EIF, for a new defence tech fund, specifically targeting early-stage European startups in critical areas. Beyond financial constraints, traditional procurement and evaluation processes within European defence establishments often fail to align with the rapid innovation cycles characteristic of tech startups. Holzapfel contends that overcoming bureaucracy is currently a more significant challenge than securing investment. He advocates for programs that allow companies to get early hands-on feedback from the customer, especially for new entrants not already established as defence players. This early interaction is vital for refining products and ensuring they meet the actual needs of end users, fostering a more collaborative and efficient development pathway that accelerates capability delivery. Startups often absorb their own development costs, which, as Kusti Salm of Frankenberg Technologies notes, incentivizes them to make things faster, easier to use, and cheaper. This contrasts sharply with the often long lead times and higher costs associated with development by larger incumbent defense firms. Furthermore, these new systems must offer flexibility in deployment and seamless integration with existing air defense architectures, avoiding rigid footprints or bespoke detection systems. The agile approaches seen in dynamic environments like Ukraine underscore the need for adaptable solutions that can be easily integrated onto various platforms. The ultimate success and long-term impact of Europe's burgeoning defense startup community heavily depend on sustained and strategic support from their primary customers, national governments and armed forces. This support must extend beyond mere expressions of interest. It requires tangible commitments through direct procurement contracts, dedicated innovation programs, and grants. Crucially, providing these startups with access to military facilities for testing and direct engagement with end users for feedback is invaluable. This collaborative ecosystem is essential for iterating designs, validating concepts, and ensuring that the developed technologies are truly fit for purpose in complex operational environments. Without a clear and consistent demand signal from European governments, one that translates into actual revenue streams, the current surge in defense innovation risks losing momentum. Investors may become hesitant to commit further capital, and talented engineers and technologists might gravitate towards other sectors perceived as offering greater stability or faster returns. The innovative drive, so vital for addressing threats like low-cost UAVs, could atrophy if not nurtured through predictable and supportive procurement policies. This would be a significant missed opportunity to bolster Europe's indigenous defense capabilities and technological sovereignty in a rapidly changing security landscape. Looking ahead, there must be a recognized and supported place for these smaller, innovative companies alongside the established defense prime contractors. Jens Holzapfel emphasizes this, urging that decision-makers at both national and European levels continue to inject capital and ensure that the defense industrial base becomes more diverse and dynamic. While established companies might eventually enter the low-cost air defense market, potentially acquiring successful startups or developing their own competing designs, the initial spark and rapid innovation often come from these more agile entities. Their unique contributions are vital for challenging conventional thinking and accelerating development timelines. Ultimately, the challenge posed by low-cost UAVs is not static. It will continue to evolve, necessitating ongoing innovation and adaptation in defense technologies. Sustained investment in research and development, coupled with agile procurement strategies and robust governmental support for the startup ecosystem, is paramount. By fostering these conditions, Europe can not only address the current UAV threat effectively, but also build a resilient and technologically advanced defense industrial base capable of meeting future challenges. This commitment is essential for maintaining Europe's security, strategic autonomy, and technological leadership in the decades to come, ensuring its skies remain secure.